I have wanted a garden for years and I have finally decided to build one, and I'm going to bring you along with me. Let's get started. The first thing I obviously did was pick the spot where I wanted my garden to be. We actually are taking some of our land from the farmer who has been farming it for years, so that is why you will see my raised beds out in the middle of a field with no grass. What you see me mixing in here is vermiculite and peat moss because I'm using some of the principles from square foot gardening, so that's what's in the boxes that you see here. I put in my raised beds and I got a yard of dirt from a local place. I'm currently going to get some compost. Here's the mound behind me. Here it comes. Well, it's in there. I originally told the guy I wanted 3 cubic yards, and now I understand why he told me I can only fit 1 in my truck because, yeah, my truck is weighed down and full. And I shoveled it by hand into all the beds, and I also laid cardboard down, as you can see, under my beds to help prevent weeds from growing up, but I forgot to do it in the first bed. So anyway, that's why you didn't see me do it there. The next thing I did was work on getting some trellises put up. I want to grow vertically because A, I think it's beautiful, and B, it helps with pests and disease and whatnot. So as you can see here, I put up some trellises, so let me show you that. Alright, look at what I just built all by myself. All by my BA self. Yeah. Haha. Yeah, I just did that. Had to muscle it together, but I put it together by myself while the baby's napping. Here you can see me getting ready to install the second trellis. I'm using 2 T-posts again and another hog panel. Well, as you probably just saw, my tripod keeps falling over. And I'll show you what I figured out a thing. Look, I just used my empty pots to hold it up. The thing that you see that I used to put the T-post in the ground is actually a lot heavier than it looks, and that's why I'm having a lot of trouble getting it up on top of the T-post. It's quite funny content though. Here you see me dragging the hog panel over to the T-post. It's not super heavy, but it's just kind of awkward because it's flimsy and it's 16 feet long. To get it in place, I first put the end closest to me down into the bed against the T-post and then use that as leverage to lift it up and over and bend it into the inside of the second T-post. I then use zip ties to secure it to each side, and there you go, you got a nice little trellis. And then my card became full. So you didn't even get to see everything I was trying to film. But let me show you the trellis that I just finished putting up. I put up both of these, but I didn't film the first one. So let me show you what it looks like now. Isn't that a beauty? After getting my trellises up, I did that first because I didn't want to destroy any plants that I had in my garden beds. I got the plants that I had grown in my greenhouse. Speaking of my greenhouse, I got this greenhouse from Facebook Marketplace. It's also on Amazon, so I'll link it below. I really like it. I think it's done really well for the price, but I grew some things in there and I decided to put those in my garden, a few tomato plants, and then I also decided to sow some seeds, and I will go into more depth about what I've planted in a different video. I also bought 4 fruit trees. I got 2 apples, Honeycrisp, and 2 Berta peach trees. I got them from Home Depot, and I actually ended up getting a 5th tree later on. Oh, Golden Delicious. Because Honeycrisp are grafted trees, like a hybrid tree, they don't pollinate each other, so you need a pollinating tree. Oh, I also bought a couple grape plants. I got a Concord grape and a Catawba grape that I have to build a trellis for, and I will also show you that. And then we also got chickens, which if you've seen my previous video, I'll link it up above. You'll know that we got chickens. And I got those for eggs, but also because chickens are very symbiotic with a garden. They can help you keep down bugs and pests. They can help fertilize your garden with their poop, and they just kind of go hand in hand with a garden. And yeah, that's pretty much my garden. I've wanted a garden ever since I read The Secret Garden as a kid, and I actually tried to do one a few years ago at my old house. I'll show you a quick clip here, but everything pretty much got eaten by rabbits after like the second week, so I kind of gave up because I was very discouraged because I really didn't know what I was doing anyway. I now have a yard that gets lots of sun, and I am very excited to see what I can do in my gardening journey, and I will be bringing you guys along with a weekly update of my garden. And so if you want to see that, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you don't miss my videos, hit the like button if you liked this video, and I'll see you guys next time.